welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Anna, and today I'm back with another storytime video. Since my last one was kind of controversial in some people's eyes, a lot of people hated it, some people loved it. I got a lot of interesting feedback on that video. To this day, it's probably more than half a year ago, that video, and I still get comments on it, and a lot of people thought I was crazy for taking it that way as I told the story. Today I'm filming on my iPhone. That is why the quality is pretty shitty. Yes, I still have my Christmas tree up. Yes, it's the 11th of January today. Thought I would tell you the story of when I had a weird situation happen to me on the train. I was on the way to meeting my boyfriend in Frankfurt, and so I was on the train. It was pretty full. It was like around the time where a lot of people were there, so I found a seat, and I was on the side of the window, and there were 3 seats obviously around me, and this lady comes, sits next to me, then this guy shows up, and if you know, there's a lot of immigrants in Germany, which I have nothing against. I mean, personally, my boyfriend is from Afghanistan. He came here like 3 years ago, so I'm not gonna say anything. Don't even think I'm like right oriented or whatever. So anyways, I have nothing against immigrants of any sort. This guy comes, I think he was, I don't know what ethnicity he was. He was definitely not German. You get the area, Middle Eastern. Anyways, so he sits across from me. So I didn't think anything of it. I was just looking out the window, had my headphones in, and he was like, literally, the moment he sat down, he stared at me. And I am not saying this to like brag how pretty I am or anything, that I expect people to look at me like that. Guys, it was like, at first I was like, okay, he's just, you know, looking around. He kind of looked away sometimes, but most of the time he was staring at me, but not even like trying to hide it. Like, you know, that awkward moment when you like stare at someone in a train, or when somebody stares at you and you're like, oh, don't look at me like that. And then the person looks away, but no, this guy wasn't looking away. Plus he was like, I would guess he was like mid-30s. And I was like kind of creeped out. Mind you, the train was full, like to the ends of the train. It was packed, literally. You couldn't get up. Everything was full. All the seats were blocked. I couldn't have moved seats. And there was an old lady sitting next to me, so I didn't want to get her into the hassle of like standing up because she was on like crutches, I think. And it was literally packed. He's looking at me like, and then literally I look at him like, I'm about fed up, like, stop staring at me. This is getting kind of weird, you know. This is not a normal, like, looking. This was getting weird. Like, it was straight up, like, it has been like 3 or 4 minutes just straight up staring. And I was about fed up, so I just stared right back at him. And, you know, a normal human being would avoid eye contact like that with a stranger. He didn't look away, guys. He didn't look away. So then his phone rings. He gets a call. While he's talking on the phone, he is still staring at me, looking up and down. I'm like, what am I to you, person? Seriously, what gives you the right to stare at me like that? Like, it was creepy. I've never felt that creepy. And I kept ignoring it, and like I even talked on the phone to my boyfriend, trying to like distract myself. I think the lady noticed next to me. She was like all weirded out. She was like kind of looking over sometimes. And I was just like trying to avoid this guy's gaze. I called my boyfriend. He was like, yeah, just get up. I'm like, I can't. This is like a packed train. It's like Frankfurt overload. So yeah, I just stayed seated. And this guy picks up the phone. He starts like talking in some language. Then he starts grinning at me like I don't know, like this. I looked at him, I gave him like the stink eye. I was like, I think I even went like this, like, to make him like understand that I was uncomfortable. Like, guy, back off, seriously. So it was just creepy. Then he hung up. Guys, he got into my space with his feet. Like, you know how you keep like this little bit of a distance to, you know, respectful distance to people you don't know? Yeah, this guy, he had his foot like this. This was my foot. This was his foot. And he was like, had his foot touching mine. I was like, okay, it happens, you know, you just brush a foot, okay. It was getting too much. I had the feeling he was gonna hunt me down or something. Maybe I was crazy. Maybe I was just imagining things. I was really uncomfortable. Like, I've never felt so uncomfortable and so self-conscious in my entire life. Oh, this lady, then, I don't know if he even understood German. Like, literally. Because this lady, she said to me, "What's up?" "Nothing, I'm fine," and stuff. But she kept, you know, she kept an eye on me. And then this lady got out, and that was a station before the station I actually had to get out. So, because I had the feeling, if I get out of this train, this weird creep is going to follow me around. I got up when the lady was gone because I didn't want to bother her with her crutches. She was like really, I think she had a leg problem. Like, she had really messed up legs. She had like bandage on her leg and like crutches, and like her husband was on the other side helping her out of the train. And as soon as she got up, I got up to see if this guy is following me. As soon as I get up, guys, literally he gets up and also wants to exit the train. So I just walk to a different exit. You know how there's many different exits? So I just keep on walking to the front of the train. He keeps on walking, and then the train stops. So I had a plan to pretend that I'm going to exit the train. So I stood in front of the door, opened the door, and I watched the guy if he would leave the train. So he did. And then I quickly shut the door and got out at the next station. Guys, I was terrified. I've never been so, I don't know. I felt like I was some sort of sexual amusement thing. Please don't criticize me for this now. You don't know how I felt. Or maybe you do. Hopefully you don't. Because it was really bad to be watched by a middle-aged guy, like, giving you a grin like that. I told my parents about it, and they were like, "Oh my God, Anna, you can't let that happen. Why didn't you get up?" A lot of people are probably going to ask me underneath this video, "Why didn't you exit the train? Why are you making such a drama? You privileged little bitch." They're going to say the same thing again like they did last time. But guys, people asked for this, so I'm going to tell you. And from that moment on, I carried a pepper spray. I have a lot more to tell you, like different story times. Now I carry pepper spray everywhere I go, literally. Not that I had to use pepper spray against this guy. I mean, he didn't do anything criminal. He was just looking at me. But guys, it's a shitty feeling to be watched like that and feel like you're some sort of, you know, tourist attraction to be like examined like that. I tried to stare back, but you know, I am a decent person and I don't like to stare at strangers that I've never seen before, especially not at middle-aged guys. I didn't get the hate comments I got on my last story time because, yeah, my voice was a little bit weird that day, but I certainly am not privileged, and I didn't. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it down below or put it in the info up top. But you can definitely, if you haven't seen it, watch that and leave your opinion in the comments, because I think I didn't overreact. I know when people are shady. I know when people are laughing about me. I know when people are talking about me, and I love that about myself. And I have great instincts. I have a great feeling in my stomach that tells me if something is right or wrong. No matter what anyone says, I feel blessed to have that, because there were certain situations already in my life that's where my instincts saved me. Literally, guys, They saved me, and I'm never going to listen to anybody else than my instincts. And you can shit talk about anything that I said in that Storytime video or in this one, but guys, I know when I have that feeling that something isn't right. How am I privileged if somebody laughs at me in a Mac store? Like, I'm like, how does that make me a privileged, arrogant girl? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more story times, give this video a thumbs up. Leave me your opinion. What would you have done in that situation? Go ahead also and hit that subscribe button down below. Also, there's a little bell next to the subscribe button so that you can be notified when this face posts a video. And I love you so much.